Imagine waking up tomorrow to find that every human being on Earth has mysteriously vanished. Cities stand eerily silent, highways are empty, and homes lie abandoned as though frozen in time. This isn't the plot of a dystopian movie. It's a thought experiment that reveals just how deeply our species has altered the planet. Without us, Earth would begin a transformation that is both haunting and extraordinary. The question is, how long would the world take to erase our presence, and what would rise in our place? Within hours, power grids worldwide would start to collapse. Human-run power plants and substations would fail without constant maintenance, plunging cities into darkness. The glow of streetlights, neon signs, and skyscraper windows would disappear, replaced by the deep, natural blackness of the night. Wildlife, which has been pushed to the edges of urban areas, would start to reclaim these spaces almost immediately. Coyotes prowling through suburban streets and deer grazing in front yards would become common sights. As days turn to weeks, unattended infrastructure would begin to show signs of neglect. Underground subway systems in cities like New York and Tokyo would flood as water pumps, powered by electricity, shut down. Roads and highways, built to withstand constant traffic, would instead become overgrown with plants. Nature's quiet invasion would begin, with cracks in asphalt sprouting grass and trees over time. It's a chilling reminder of how quickly our seemingly permanent structures can decay. Now, think of the world's iconic landmarks, the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China, or the Golden Gate Bridge. Without humans to maintain them, these symbols of our ingenuity would face inevitable decline. Rust, erosion, and the relentless forces of nature would start chipping away at them. Even modern skyscrapers, built to endure the elements, would crumble without regular maintenance. In 100 years, many of these marvels might be unrecognizable. And what about the animals? Freed from human interference, many species would experience a resurgence. Endangered animals might thrive without habitat destruction or poaching. Elephants would wander freely through their traditional migratory paths, and birds would reclaim territories disrupted by urban sprawl. The skies would fill with vibrant flocks, and ecosystems would begin a slow return to balance. It's a bittersweet thought. Our absence could be a second chance for many species we've pushed to the brink. By now, you're probably captivated by this thought experiment. And if you are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join Surprise Insights for more mind-bending explorations of the unexpected. Our channel is all about uncovering the mysteries and surprises of the world, and your support helps us bring these fascinating stories to life. Don't forget to like and comment too. We'd love to hear what you think about a world without humans. A year after humans vanish, Earth's landscape would look dramatically different. Farms, once meticulously maintained, would turn into wild grasslands. Domesticated animals, like cows and chickens, would face a tough battle for survival without human care, while adaptable animals, like pigs, would thrive in the wild. In urban areas, buildings would start to collapse under the weight of unchecked vegetation, and streets would give way to forests. A decade into this new humanless era, nuclear power plants could become one of the most significant threats. Without anyone to regulate cooling systems, reactors could overheat and cause catastrophic meltdowns, releasing radiation into the environment. The ghostly echoes of humanity would linger in these hazardous zones, where even nature would struggle to reclaim the land. 50 years on, the natural world would dominate nearly every corner of the Earth. Forests would overtake former cityscapes, rivers would carve new paths, and once-dammed waterways would flow freely again. Predators, such as wolves and big cats, might return to areas they haven't roamed in centuries. Our once bustling metropolises would become ghost towns, hidden beneath layers of greenery. 100 years after humans vanish, Earth would be unrecognizable. Skyscrapers would have crumbled, roads would be completely consumed by forests, and the air and water would be cleaner than they've been in centuries. Our planet, freed from human influence, would find a way to heal itself. But the question remains, how much of our legacy would remain intact? Artifacts of our existence, plastic, concrete, and glass, would be among the last remnants of humanity's footprint on Earth. Plastics, scattered across the globe, would resist decay for centuries, slowly breaking down into microplastics that would continue to impact ecosystems. Concrete structures, though seemingly indestructible, would crumble under the relentless assault of plant roots, rain, and temperature changes. Glass, though durable, would eventually erode and scatter like sand across the ground. Even space, the realm we reached with so much ambition, wouldn't escape the evidence of our disappearance. Satellites orbiting Earth would slowly fall silent, their systems failing without updates and repairs. They would become celestial fossils, drifting lifelessly in orbit for decades before eventually re-entering the atmosphere and burning up. Our moon landers and rovers on Mars would remain untouched, silent witnesses to a species that once dared to explore beyond its home. The oceans, too, would transform. Fisheries, long overexploited, would recover, allowing marine life to rebound in ways we can only dream of now. Coral reefs, though severely damaged by climate change, might gradually regenerate in the absence of human-induced stress. However, sunken ships, oil rigs, and undersea cables would serve as ghostly reminders of our industrial reach beneath the waves. 1,000 years after humanity's disappearance, the natural rhythms of the planet would have largely erased us. Forests would stretch across continents, deserts would reclaim abandoned cities, and glaciers, if climate conditions allow, might begin to advance once more. The atmosphere would have cleared of pollutants, and the Earth's ecosystems would thrive in a harmony unseen for millennia. Yet, despite the planet's recovery, some evidence of us would persist for tens of thousands of years. Radioactive waste, carefully buried in repositories, would remain hazardous for eons, serving as an eerie time capsule of our technological advancements. And in deep space, radio signals sent from Earth would continue to travel outward, faint echoes of a civilization that once existed. It's fascinating and humbling to consider how fleeting our mark on Earth truly is in the grand timeline of the planet. For all our technological marvels, artistic achievements, and cultural milestones, nature's relentless power would erase much of it as if we had never been. In many ways, this serves as a stark reminder of our fragility and the immense responsibility we bear as stewards of this world. Now, let's bring it back to the present day. While imagining a world without humans might feel like science fiction, it also forces us to confront some hard truths. How can we ensure that our legacy is one of coexistence with the planet rather than domination over it? What can we do now to minimize the damage we leave behind, should such a scenario ever become reality? If these questions intrigue you, there's more where that came from. Be sure to subscribe to Surprise Insights and join a community that loves diving into the mysteries and possibilities of our world. Together, we can explore thought-provoking questions and uncover surprising truths about ourselves and our planet. Your curiosity drives us to keep creating. As we return to our thought experiment, consider this: what would alien archaeologists think if they visited Earth after our disappearance? Would they marvel at the skeletal remains of skyscrapers and bridges, trying to piece together who we were and how we lived? Or would they find little more than ruins, buried and forgotten by the relentless march of time? The story of what happens when humans vanish is one of renewal, loss, and perspective. It reminds us that while our presence on Earth is profound, it is not permanent. Perhaps this thought experiment can serve as a call to action, urging us to leave a positive legacy behind. Not for our own sake, but for the sake of the world that continues to turn, with or without us. In a distant future, hundreds of thousands of years after our disappearance, Earth might show only the faintest traces of humanity's existence. Fossilized remains of cities could become geological strata, compressed and layered beneath the soil. A future species, perhaps intelligent and curious, might stumble upon these remnants and wonder about the beings who once dominated the planet. Would they see us as creators of marvels or reckless caretakers who left scars upon the Earth? Even further into the timeline, as millions of years pass, our mark on the planet would diminish to near invisibility. Mountains would erode, oceans would shift, and tectonic plates would carry evidence of our civilization deep into the Earth's mantle. The natural cycles of the planet would continue, indifferent to the species that once sought to conquer it. And yet, humanity's influence wouldn't entirely fade. Our legacy would live on in the DNA of the animals and plants we've altered. Domesticated crops, dogs, and cats would continue to carry the genetic fingerprints of their human creators. Evolution would take its course, reshaping life forms in ways we could never predict, but tiny echoes of our species would persist within them. If intelligent life elsewhere in the universe intercepts the radio waves we've sent into the cosmos, humanity's story might survive in the stars. Our music, speeches, and greetings, broadcast decades ago in hope of contact, might serve as a testament to our curiosity and creativity. Even if Earth itself forgets us, the universe might remember. This thought experiment leaves us with a question far deeper than what happens if humans vanish. What do we want our story to be? As individuals, communities, and a global species, How do we ensure that our impact on this planet is meaningful, positive, and enduring? The answer lies not in imagining our disappearance, but in shaping a legacy we can be proud of while we're still here. At Surprise Insights, we love tackling these profound ideas, and we hope this journey has sparked your imagination. If you're inspired by this exploration of humanity's fleeting yet extraordinary existence, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more adventures into the unknown. Together, we can uncover truths that challenge, inspire, and surprise us all. Now, as the dust settles on our hypothetical scenario, we're left with a powerful realization. The Earth is resilient, ever-changing, and capable of healing. But it's also fragile, shaped by the choices of those who inhabit it. For now, it is ours to protect, nurture, and cherish. Our disappearance might one day be inevitable, but what we do today can ripple forward, influencing the world in ways we may never see. Let's remember that our power lies not in what we leave behind, but in how we live now. This planet, with its boundless beauty and infinite complexity, is a gift. It's not just a place we occupy, it's a home we shape with every action, every decision, and every heartbeat. So, the next time you look at a city skyline, a sprawling forest, or the vastness of the ocean, let it remind you of the incredible balance between human ambition and the natural world. Let it inspire you to build, preserve, and protect. Because while the Earth will undoubtedly outlast us, the mark we leave is up to us. And that's the story we should write. A story not of disappearance, but of stewardship, innovation, and harmony. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep unlocking the unexpected with Surprise Insights.